When we say this particular word industry, that word is basically for making money. So this is a karma bhumi where I'm doing my karmas over here. That a media person can spoil the society or media person can make the society better.
Better.
If you want to become an engineer, you go to engineering college. But if you want to become a good human being, where you go? There are no colleges.
Exactly.
Many times they think that I'm going to temple and I'm fulfilling my duty by worshipping to the God. But he doesn't know what temple is, what God is, what is purpose of that worshipping. Acharya Devo Bhava. Acharya Devo Bhava, that means the teacher is a God.
It's a God.
So if they're looking at us as if that we are their God, then it's our responsibility to give them what they wanted. This is that whenever you are fulfilling the purpose of education, the education is quality. That institution was formed in 1938 by K. Munshiji.
Okay.
So the purpose was to promote education, art, culture, Indian culture, and moral values. We always say that whenever you do some work, either you get a dua or you get a bad dua. I hope we got the answer.
Yes, sir. Hello, and welcome to Inside Minds by the Success Talks, the show where we bring you inspiring stories and inspirational conversations with people who have carved a remarkable journey in their field. I'm Deepti Tanwar, your host for today, and I am absolutely delighted to have a very special guest with us. Today, we have Mr. Dilip Badkar with us. Mr. Dilip Badkar has an impressive career of almost 5 decades in the field of media and education. For the last 21 years, Mr. Badkar has been serving as the HOD of Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan Film and Television Studies. Mr. Badkar is known for his vast experience and creative vision. However, he is also known for his spirituality and wisdom, which has greatly influenced his teaching and storytelling approach. Mr. Badkar is a mentor for many and a thought leader. We are very excited to start our talk with Mr. Badkar. Welcome, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you very much.
So, sir, I would like to ask a few questions regarding your journey. Did you always want to become a mentor, or you decided it later in your career that you want to pursue a career in this field?
Well, basically, I'm a filmmaker, and you know that every filmmaker is a storyteller. Now you are asking me something, I'm going to tell my story. The question that how the person has come to this particular stage, it is not that I have come here. That everything has happened with the divine support, we can call it. Of course, I am fascinated with the film industry. When we say this particular word industry, that word is basically for making money. But the most important thing with the film industry, we say that we entertain people, we also inform them, and we also educate them. Now, this is a kind of a field when we say that when I was in a college, I experienced that I'm a good storyteller and also a good visionary because photography my was hobby.
Okay.
And one must understand that most of the people, if they want to discover themselves, they should ask one simple question to themselves that what is my hobby? If their hobby is the sports, they're going to become a sportsman. If their hobby is the dancing, then they are going to become a dancer. So similarly, my hobby was the photography, so I'm here in front of you. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. Somewhere I read that you had a government job, but I would like to know your journey from that government job to Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan's this role.
Government job, of course, that's a films division, and that was a major job. I did it, but before that, I was connected with the industry, as you say that film industry, because I was with the famous Cine Laboratory. I was with the Kidney 16 laboratory. Also, I was with a few other photography organizations doing some sort of a freelance work, etc. So, films division was my main job when I started as a career. But I stayed with the films division for 2 years and then I left the films division.
Okay.
So, in case if you want to find out that how from films division I came to this particular phase, so let me clear it. Films division that time, this is a time I'm telling you around 1973, 74. The films division was the only body who were shooting or showing the news reel. They were also showing the documentaries related to the whatever things happening in within India, whatever. There were no documentaries or there were no satellite channels or there were no TV channels, etc. No. The news you are getting it either on All India Radio or you are getting it as a news reel in your cinema hall that every week you get one news reel to show. So I was with this films division, but soon after films division, I get opportunity to go to foreign country that is a Kuwait. Of course, I got a job there, and there was a advertisement in the newspaper. I approached. The interview process was complete. I was selected, and they took me to Kuwait. I did not spend a single penny to go to Kuwait. So, from very beginning, I was thinking that whatever is happening in our life is not that I am doing it, that divine is calling me. So, the most of the decisions coming in front of my eyes, I took it that way. And then I went to Kuwait, and then, of course, I worked there for 15 years. I was back uh, in 1991 when there was a Kuwait war, Gulf War was there. Then I joined. See, I was a spiritual person. That was the liking again. जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि the photography was my hobby. That the spirituality also was to some extent my hobby.
Okay.
So I used to go to Sri Aurobindo Ashram to read some books on Sri Aurobindo's philosophy. But they offered me that you should come and start the media institute there. So I started in 1993,
Okay.
and of course that Institute of Mass Communication, Sri Aurobindo Institute of Mass Communication,
Okay.
was established by me, and I was there for about 7 years. In year 2000, again there was a turning point in my life. I was being very well with the Sri Aurobindo Ashram. So the turning point was that the Kuwait, our employer, he came and he asked me that Badkar, you have to come to Kuwait and do my some work which was half left when you left. मैंने कहा, what is that? He told me that we had submitted one proposal with the Minister of Education, so you have to come and collect it. You have to complete it. I said, okay. Because as he was the person who has taken me to Kuwait, I felt he's my forefather, he's my, say, the godfather. So he is my godfather, so I couldn't able to refuse him. I thought I will just take 6 months leave from the Shedinda Ashram and I will go to Kuwait and come back. But that did not happen. Ashram did not allow me
Okay.
to go to Kuwait. So in that particular case, anyway, I had committed to go to Kuwait. So I came to Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. I asked them whether we can start these kind of courses at Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. And they immediately accepted this particular my request. And they also accepted my request to go to Kuwait for 6 months. And that's where I entered Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan in year 2001. In that particular time, Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan was already teaching journalism, mass communication, those kind of subjects. But that is more focused on what is called as a print media. I was the one who started the education on the electronic media side because that is the time the where that satellite TV channels have started. Just time they started, so there was a great scope. So I joined Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan in 2001. Meanwhile, I left to Kuwait for about 4 months. I completed my half-left job with the Minister of Education and came back. That is a great, say, the favor. I got it from the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. So they allowed me to go to 4 months to Kuwait. At the same time, they allowed me to start this particular institution in Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. So since then, I'm here and I'm enjoying this particular job. I hope we got answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
How do you personally define meaningful education in the field of media and television?
There's no definition as such quality education or non-quality education. This is that whenever you are fulfilling the purpose of education, the education is quality. If you're not fulfilling the purpose of education, that education has no quality. So don't consider that commercial aspect in the education, at least in education, because education is a divine work. So when I'm in the field of education, that means that work what is given to me, I have to do it faithfully, and that is what I'm doing it. Yes.
Okay. What makes Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan's approach to media education different from other institutions present out there?
See, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, first of all, that institution was founded in 1938 by K. Munshiji.
Okay.
So the purpose was to promote education, art, culture, Indian culture, and moral values. The purpose of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan's education policy is that we are promoting all those kind of things. In short, you can call it as a values.
Values.
Now, those values are inculcated in the most of the curriculum what we are pursuing it over here. When the students are learning here, we are not only teaching them the syllabus, the curriculum, the pedagogy, but apart from that, we always try to make them a good human being. Now, that is what the Bharatiya Bhavan is. And Bharatiya Bhavan, as such, I think that this is what is called as my Karma Bhumi. Karma Bhumi means we say it's a place by the divine grace we get it where I'm supposed to work.
Yes.
I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. You were talking about values that are being inculcated in the students by Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. Can you please elaborate on this?
See, the first of all, I myself ask that why I have changed my line from the commercial production work to the teaching field. Now, यहाँ पे again, that the answer is it's a divine order. I practiced the media for 25 years, and when I came back to India from foreign country, there was again two roads in front of my eyes. Either I should go for the mainstream industry of manufacturing the different type of television programs, or I should go for the education. Even this particular decision I left to the divine. And slowly I got opportunities first to the Shivendra Ashram, then to the Bharatiya Bhavan. That makes it very clear in my mind that yes, I have to go to into the education. I had enough amount of our production work. I did a lot of work for the Kuwait TV Center, for the films division also. My own personal experiences of doing so many documentaries, whatever, whatever. But now my focus is on my education only. Now, when you say that the values, because when I came here and you said that I'm an educator or I'm a teacher, then what is my job? Ask the question to yourself. Then the answer comes. I have two responsibilities in front of me. One responsibility, the student who are coming here, we have to make them a very strong professional media person. That of course we are doing it with our all the practical exposure, equipment, laboratories, technical facilities, computers, and so many things. But at another area, what generally we don't openly say to the student, but we practice it over here. That is about Vidya Bhavan's motto to inculcate values in every individual person. I discovered by working with the French region as well as with the Kuwait TV Center that a media person can spoil the society or media person can make the society better.
Better.
Now, if the every media person going out to this particular institution, if he becomes a good human being, definitely he is going to add values to the media industry. That's the main purpose. I'm with the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. Such a nice, beautiful platform that why I'm giving the most of the values which are required to become a good media personality. That is what we are inculcating them. Now, if you look at our curriculum, in our curriculum, the paper number 5 is the life management. Now, life management is a subject where we teach them what life is, etc., etc. Now, please understand that suppose if you want to become a doctor, you go to medical college. If you want to become an engineer, you go to engineering college. But if you want to become a good human being, where you go? There are no colleges.
Exactly.
That is the reason that to inculcate these values of our life, that every program in India, I'm telling you, that is what the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan's vision is, must have this particular program, what is called the life management. And in this life management, we try to teach them what the life is, what the philosophy is, what is the spiritual philosophy, what the God is, why we have to believe in a God, how we have created. Now, all those kind of questions must arise in every individual's mind. Many times they think that I'm going to temple and I'm fulfilling my duty by worshipping to the God. But he doesn't know what temple is, what God is, what is purpose of that worshipping. All those kind of a things that all the questions we have to answer. And during this particular subject of what is called a life management, we teach them all those things, which they generally don't learn at the schools and colleges. Like what is a life, what is a God, what is the spirituality, what is the way of practicing the spirituality, what is the relationship, what are the limitations in the relationship, what are the expectations in a relationship. If I am a son, what are my responsibilities with my father? If I am a father, if my what are my responsibilities with my son? What are my responsibilities or the limitations with my wife, my brother, my sister? All those kind of a thing they must understand it. Also, we say that let's see the India when it became independent, the very first job what they did it, they wrote a constitution. We ask our students to write their own constitution. And once they write a constitution, stick to it. I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do that, I'm not going to do that. All those kind of things. Promise yourself. And moment you do that one, then of course automatically you become a good human being.
Exactly.
This is the way generally the Bharti Vidya Bhavan, under the platform of Bharti Vidya Bhavan, we are practicing it. And our students, they enjoy all this kind of a thing. I hope they are
It
getting
is
the.
not being done anywhere else. Now that is why they enjoy it.
There is no comparison as such. It is not done because they have not come here to learn that one. It is our responsibility. Generally, we say that Acharya Devo Bhava. Acharya Devo Bhava, in it, that means the teacher is a God.
It's a God.
So if they're looking at us as if that we are their God, then it's our responsibility to give them what they wanted. So that teaching we are giving it, even though they are not asking, but we are doing it from our Bhartiya own side. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan is a non-profit institution. The fees that is being charged is used for students. How do you communicate this purpose with the stakeholders? And do you find it difficult to communicate this to your stakeholders?
It is not, it's a, no doubt the Bhartiya Bhavan is a charitable organization. It's an education society. Our main purpose is to provide education to the student. It is a trust. Every trust is a non-profit organization. You must be knowing that one. So when we say it is non-profit organization, what does it mean? That means that every organization to function, there has to be certain amount of material. We say that we need an infrastructure, that we need such a large building, we need a furniture, we need a classrooms, we need a practical laboratories, we need a computer laboratories, we need a libraries, we need teachers, we have to pay them a salary. All this expenditure has to be recovered. The students are paying fee, but whatever fee they are paying, we are spending on all these kind of things. Teacher salaries there, maintenance is there, that whatever things we are buying, etc., etc., etc. But what they are paying, we are spending on them. So that is a no profit.
No profit.
We are not making money out of that one. So that is the way the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavans, most of the institutions, we have this particular practice. Also, Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan has got a large activity, different type of activities. Some activities they earn little bit, but whatever they earn, they immediately spend on something else where they are giving the free services. So it goes like that. So the most of the say the charitable organizations, they are functioning in this particular manner only. And Bharti, there was no doubt because now almost we are going to complete 80 years. It's a large period. And you must appreciate that for so many years, Bharti Bhavan is not in the news or in the newspaper for any misconduct, misbehavior or anything, something bad they have done it. No, no, never like that. We always say that whenever you do some work, either you get a dua or you get a bad dua. Now, we do the work in such a way that we get blessings. And all those blessings, because the Bharatiya Bhavan is flourishing mainly because all the students who those are going out, they give us blessings. And that's the income of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Or otherwise, whatever fees they are paying, of course, we are spending on that. Now, if you compare, say, just say the Indian Institute of Mass Communication is a government body. Indian Institute of Mass Communication, government body, when they are doing the similar kind of a course, radiant TV journalism, PG diploma radiant TV journalism, they are charging about 1,80,000 rupees. Well, our fee structure is 90,000 rupees. Half. Now, how we can do that one? If we charge our student 1,50,000 rupees, also they will come. But that is not the purpose of the Bharatiya Bhavan. Bharatiya Bhavan's purpose is that you educate in such a way that every the middle class person can afford it. If you make the education very expensive, then the real good people are not going to come to us. Only those high-fi people, those who have got a large amount of surplus money, they will come. And that is what is happening today because most of the your schools, colleges, they are making them very high-fi schools and colleges at a very large volume of fees. So that should not be the policy of the Bharatiya Bhavan. And we are strict with that one. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hmm. So, what type of practical knowledge do you provide to your students while they are here in this institution?
See, our course is a basically we call it as a vocational training. Training means they basically learn to practice that particular trade and earn money out of that. Now, that this particular course cannot be without a practical training. So we believe in our curriculum in such a way that our policy, the very first policy of Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan's this particular department is that the learning by doing. Learning by doing का मतलब होता है कि that whatever you want to practice in the future, you start doing it immediately. So we provide them such activities like ask them to work on assignments, we ask them to work on a projects, and while doing that one, they develop that particular confidence to work. Practicals are necessary. So if you look at our timetable and the curriculum, we have got theory classes that of course the whatever theoretical knowledge you are supposed to give them. We have got the practical classes. So whatever confidence you have to develop with the equipment that they are getting it. Third, we have got certain amount of assignment as I told you. They work on those assignment. What they learn in the practical, what they learn in a theory, depending on that we give them an assignment. So practice that particular knowledge what they have already earned it. And there are certain amount of projects where they are getting the confidence to work with the professionally in a team. And also there are certain activities we call the principle of learning is fun. Learning is fun means there has to be a fun element. If they don't enjoy what they are learning, they are not going to learn. That's the reason I'm looking at it. The learning is fun. The activity what we are giving them, if they enjoy, they are going to do that. They say we organize certain amount of talent shows. In talent show, they perform on the stage. The other student they shoot with the camera. So now this while doing this particular activity, the person who is performing on a stage, he is enjoying. The audience, the rest of the students, those who are sitting, they are clapping and they are enjoying it. So this is we call it as a fun element in an education. Learning is fun. So that way the students are learning with the fun. This is also we are practicing it every day. That is what we are practicing here. Also, as we were talking about the practical training, our entire work is a practical. Because when the student go after completing the course and when he say that okay I have come for a job of this particular thing, they are not going to ask them so many questions. They will say that take this camera, go out and shoot the report and come back to me. If they can do it, they are going to get a job. If they cannot do it, they are not going to get the job. So that confidence of working with the equipment is very necessary and we try to do it from the day one. And they become very confident when they go out from this organization. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Though Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan is a non-profit institution, how others can contribute to the purpose of Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan? Is there any scope that others can contribute to this institution?
Getting connected, there are two ways getting connected. Number one, that they are coming and teaching our student. In our department especially, I mean, we have practiced, there's a concept called the Partners in Progress, a PIP award. Now this concept of PIP award, every year, there are certain people, they come here and they are contributing good amount of their efforts for our student. We honor them on a stage by offering them this PIP award, that is a Partners in Progress. Now this is the one way they are getting connected to the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan. But other than this, I'm telling you, because if you look at our most of the convocations, most of the channel heads, they have visited our Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan.
Okay.
So it's a great contribution from their side. But looking at the ideology of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, that platform is open to anybody. If they want to join the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, of course they can come talk to us. And anything they can do for the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan, they are most welcome. But somebody is coming just to make some money or business out of the Bhartiya Vidya Bhavan, we don't encourage.
Okay.
So that way, the many people they come forward to teach yoga, to teach Sanskrit, to teach different type of pedagogical subjects, and also in our media field, also lot of people they come, they are ready to give their expertise, and all those things are they are coming. Those who are coming, approaching, we are encouraging them, but we don't go out of them. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And that brings us to another yet inspiring episode with the Success Talks. A heartfelt thank you to Mr. Dilip Badkar for sharing his thoughtful insights, inspirational journey, and values that have guided him throughout his career. His dedication to nurturing the young talents of storytellers not only tell us that success is not about achievements, it is also about passion, purpose, and making a meaningful impact. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. If you found this episode as enriching as I did, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe the Success Talks. And we will meet you in the next episode with Inside Minds with the Success Talks. Until then, I am Deepti Tanwar signing off. Stay curious, stay inspired.